Hello everyone, I am Shailja Mohta and today's learning topic is story writing. Now, what is story writing? A story writing is a work of fiction or imagination that is usually written in easily understandable grammatical structure with natural flow of speech. Story writing is meant to be read at a single sitting and therefore it should be as direct and brief as possible. Story is generally designed to entertain or to send a message across. That means the story main content is the title and the moral. One should derive some message after reading the story. Now let's discuss about the structure or the format of story. Basically there are four formats: the beginning, the character introduction, plot and the conclusion. Now beginning should of the introduction of the story is of essential importance. This is the part where you can hook the reader and capture their attention. Now, if we talk about the character's introduction, do take care the character should be minimum. If you use multiple characters, your story can confuse the readers. And when we plot the story, so that is the actual narration of the story, that what will happen, the events that occur, or the description of the situation will be written in the plot. A plot must always have a conflict, which is the focus of any story. And even plot helps to maintain the interest of the readers. Now, when we talk about the conclusion, if there is a plot in the twist, so this is where you will include it. And you have to always end your story with an interesting manner. The ending could be happy or sad, but it should give some message. And basically, when we write the story, the two things are very important and which helps in scoring the marks. That is the title of the story and the moral of the story. Now, some points to keep in mind while writing the story. Make sure you give your story an exciting and appropriate title. A title is the first impression you made on the reader. Make sure that the facts you include in your story are accurate. You can take creative license while writing your story. This is for the professional use. The story must have the flow fluently and the story should be very clear. Now, when we talk about the story, it's better to understand it with an example. So, here is an example for you people. The outlines are given in this story. The illiterate boy caught for pickpocketing sent to juvenile prison. Juvenile prison is meant for the students or for the children who are below 18. Forced to do the lessons, becomes still rebellious, watches French comic films on TV during recreation hour, fascinated with the language, requested coaching classes, a French tourist guide today. So these are the outlines of the story. Your story should not exceed the 200 words. Please do take care. And while writing the story, you have to use all the hints provided to you in the outlines. Let's see how the example is there. The title is Man, the Master of His Own Destiny. Raju was a little boy who was born in a poor family. He wanted to get an education, but his financial conditions did not allow him to do so. He remained illiterate and so did not have any means of earning. He took to pickpocketing and small thievery. One day, he was caught red handed for pickpocketing. Since he was only 13, he was sent to a juvenile prison where he was forced to do the lessons. He had no interest in them, and compelling behavior of the prison. People made him sullen and rebellious. It was only during the recreation hour that he seemed to be his normal self. One day, he watched a French comic film on TV. He was fascinated with the French language and wanted to learn it. He requested the prison authorities for coaching classes in French. They agreed to his proposal as they were themselves interested in making him learn something so as to be self dependent. Raju showed a keen interest in learning the language and in a very short period had acquired a mastery over the language. Raju was set free after 2 years. He had already decided to use the French language as his means of earning. He became a French tourist guide and started leading an honorable life. He forgot all about his past and is happy these days for the sudden but positive turn in his life. He has set an example for others that man is a master of his own destiny. So, students, have you noticed how each and every hints have been used in framing the story? The story title is very attractive, The Master of His Own Destiny, and giving the message also at the last with the same. There is no need to write the moral separately. You can write or you can convey your moral within your writing only. Hope you have understood this topic with the example. Thank you, everyone.